Let me get the mic on. Can you guys hear me? General hiccups. All set. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Yeah, so it's a very interesting day. In terms of economic news, the payroll data kind of put a curveball. In cricket, they call it a googly. It's a ball that seems that it's going to go straight, but it turns left or right. Unexpected. So that's what we have. Yes, hello, Inf. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I hope Ishkadish manages to come in. He will be looking forward to a relaxing weekend after all the hard work he's doing with cryptos. So with that said, yeah, the payroll thing, I was talking about the payroll, right? 528,000 for the month against the expectation of around 258,000 for the month. So that's almost 225 to 230,000 above expectations. That's phenomenal. So that shows that there is a strong economy underlying everything. And unemployment rate also came in at 3.5% against an expected 3.6%. So from the unemployment front also, everything is looking really good. Now, this makes everything really confusing because the Fed is now going to go hawkish, and that can push the markets down. Meanwhile, this also shows that the economy is strong. Greater sales and results await in the future quarters, because if companies have hired so many people right now, then it's going to mean that they are expecting better results in the coming quarters. So at this point of time, if we look at all the Q2 earnings releases that we have seen so far, 67% of companies have 67% of the companies have been beating revenue in Q2, while not all of them are concerned about Q3. So there are very few companies, if I recollect, which have been talking about difficult Q3. Some of them are the semiconductor guys, and airlines have definitely said they're looking forward to a better quarter ahead. And I think even IBM came up with a much better forecast, if I'm not mistaken. So everything seems to be looking strong and good, which means probably despite increasing the interest rates, the Fed can now be sure that we are not going into a recession. And probably Bullard was right that we may come into a soft landing. That's a good possibility. Another thing to keep in mind is that a 75 basis point hike going ahead is already priced in. So unless the Fed decides to do a 1% hike, I don't see the market getting upset in any way. And even the wage hike, which has come in at around 3.5%, is not fully compensating the employees for inflation. So with that said, today the market seems to be digesting the information, and many people like me are probably confused, and they are still trying to make up their minds. That's why I think the market is fluctuating between negative to flat. Some indices are positive and some are negative, but it's not that significant considering the news that we got. If the market was really afraid of this kind of a news, then we would have seen a much sharper drop, like 2.5 to 3%, and I don't see that happening. So that's the thing that we have to keep in mind. I also feel that when I look at the way the QQQ is positioned, I feel that we could probably be in a bull trap. Maybe next week things may fall sharply. We should just keep that at the back of our mind, in my opinion. I wonder what you guys think about it. So in 6 straight trade surplus for Canada. Canada really benefiting, and Trudeau and Freeland are really happy about those Russian. Yeah, but at the same time we have higher unemployment also. So that's another problem that we have to keep in mind out here. And of course, we have oil revenue coming in, and oil has been hot in the last quarter. So last quarter was good, but the coming quarter, if the oil prices keep low, that's going to be difficult for Canada. I don't think England will ever get an Indian origin prime minister. It's wishful thinking. I think his opponent is also his opponent is also well accomplished. She's a British person, and she's also a ex-serviceman. She has worked for the, I think, Navy or Army or something like that. So she's also equally strong. There's a lot of circulation in the Indian media out there, rooting for Rishi Sunak. We'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen. We are in the 21st century, so let us see how liberal Britain is. We'll find out soon. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I think it's a bull trap. It's a bull trap. We'll also look at our QQQ at that time. Will let us discuss all the possibilities when we look at the chart. I suspect there could be a bull trap out here, but we never know. Another interesting news I wanted to talk to you about is Amazon acquiring Roomba vacuum maker for $1.7 billion. So many years ago, I had bought the iRobot and it was good, but then things went wrong with it. I didn't buy spare parts and we just junked the whole thing. And of course, I have small dogs. I got my dogs after that, so I didn't get the vacuum cleaner just so that they could be peaceful. That apart, I think it's getting a bit confusing what Amazon is trying to do. I think the synergy of a good product like the ones that Roomba has created, along with a great marketing and logistics firms, can potentially boost revenue, increase margins. However, I don't see much more there. I think Amazon is slowly becoming a conglomerate as they have acquired MGM, which probably has synergy with Prime, Amazon Prime Video. They have also acquired Whole Foods and One Medical earlier. So this should reflect in the Amazon share price because it's no longer a pure play tech. It's cloud. It's not a pure play tech anymore. It's just part of the revenue. So that's what is confusing out here. So we'll have to watch what happens with Amazon's pricing going forward, how many times they are valued. Yeah, iRobot once considering buying shares in that a while ago. Yeah, those kind of things did come. And also similarly, there was this fad about 3D television. At one point of time, there was 3D projector. So I have a 3D projector, I have a 3D television, but unfortunately, they're not manufacturing that anymore. And there is no research, I think, happening in those areas. We are more looking into Amazon TV, and operating systems are more or less driving the sales of TV right now. Hi, Joe. welcome. Yeah, we quickly covered a little bit of ground. I was talking about the employment payroll news being very interesting because our economy seems to be much stronger than before. And we were saying that probably we could potentially be in a bull trap. And then I was talking a little bit about Amazon. Amazon is now has now bought a Roomba vacuum maker for 1.7 billion. So I think Amazon is no longer a pure play tech. It's more or less a conglomerate because the cloud revenues there is just a part of so many other things with MGM, Whole Foods, and One Medical, etc. being acquired. So that's what I'm thinking. For Amazon financials and 10K while ago, and they're making a lot in Amazon Web Services. They're actually losing money on their store business. Yes, cloud is the thing for the future. So I don't know why Amazon is going all over the place. If they focused on cloud, they have a lead there. They should just expand it, but they know better what they are doing, I suppose. So that's where I was. We have got another 6 minutes to go. I have a few more things that I wanted to talk to you about. One of the sad headlines that I saw earlier today was that higher housing costs are forcing pet owners to give up their pets. And as a pet owner myself, I can't imagine how hard it would be for pets and also for the pet owners, because pets are almost like family. And it will be a heartbreaking situation for someone to actually give up their pet. They don't give it up so easily. Real pet lovers will do anything. I have seen homeless people with pets with them. And there are many times when pet rescue guys try to buy the pets from them to give them better shelter. They offer them $500, $600, but many of them don't want to give it up. So if pet owners are giving up their pets, it's a very, very difficult decision. I feel for the pets, and I also feel for the pet owners. Tesla is save the doggos. Yeah, my dog sitter Doris is actually, she left her corporate job because she loves dogs so much. She rescues dogs and all that, and she also does some dog sitting for a little bit of income on the side. So my dogs go there. She takes good care of them. But she has told us stories about rescue pets, and it's terrible. People should not get pets if they can't care for them. Once you get them, cradle to grave, you have to take care of them in the very best manner possible. Nothing less than that. So that said, I want to give you some good news, guys. I made around 48% gain in Bluebird. I have not realized it. It's accrued. I'm still not selling Bluebird because I'm waiting for the FDA approval news. I think Beticel is going to get an FDA approval. And being the first in sickle cell, I think it's likely to move forward much faster. I still have SQZ Biotech in another account. I just discovered it was my surprise. So I got a couple of TFSA accounts and RRSP accounts and cash accounts. So there's 18% growth in SQZ Biotech. So yes, thanks, Inf, thanks. After a long time, I'm seeing some profits. So Bluebird decision day is inching closer for Beticel. I'm very thrilled and want to see how it turns out. I'm very, very positive about Bluebird. And as soon as that happens, then I'll start putting some calls on it and see how it goes. So with that said, I think we have to go and look at the indices. So let me quickly take you over to the indices. And I want to go down into the corner here. See, I can become a smaller person here, and let us go in and have a look at the futures. For a while, I won't be able to see the chat window. So if you have any questions, be assured I'll come back to it. So I'm going to go and look at the futures first. So the futures are just slightly negative, minus 0.78%. That's the tentativeness that is going to be there, because people are still wondering whether this is a bull trap, because the market didn't fall as much as it should have. If people are really concerned about today's employment data. Now let's go and have a look at the indicators. We have US oil, which is up 0.36. As I mentioned yesterday, we have bounced off this line of support. I'm expecting it to go up and hit this resistance and then come back down again. And at that time, we'll take a judgment call what's going to happen. MACD is still bearish and momentum is just slightly picking up out here. So that's that with the US oil. Now let us look at QQQ. This is where we'll be doing the bulk of our analysis. And as you can see, we are still just below the diagonal line of support, and we are in a pennant out here. This pennant has got a resistance minor line of support out here. This green line, I hope you can see it. I'm going to make it a bit thicker so that in a smaller device also you'll be able to see. So that's the one there. And I'm thinking that at the most we'll come back down here. This is a very strong support because the 9-day exponential moving average is coinciding with that minor line of support, horizontal line of support. So it becomes stronger. And I think we're going to bounce off this and then break over on top of this diagonal line of resistance. And that will indicate the real bull channel starting. Because until now, we are still in a raising market within a bear channel. Let us wait and see what happens with that. As you can see, MACD is still bullish. Momentum has dropped after going close to overbought. And we are down just minus 0.84%. Ideally, if the market was worried about the Fed going hawkish, then I think we should have seen a much more significant drop, maybe a drop of around 2% or somewhere around 2.5% or 3%. But that has not happened. So I think that this could also end up being a bull trap, because we may be lulled into a false sense of security once we bounce back from this line of support out here. So all the technical players will assume that, yeah, we are out of this, and then maybe we start falling down again. So we'll have to wait for next week to discover what is happening. I'm going to still hold on to my shares. I'm not making any change in my portfolio. I'm not selling anything. That said, let's look at S&P 500. S&P 500 is just down minus 0.15%. And it's again got a resistance here, which it has not been able to break through. And we have a formation out here, which could probably be an evening star. It could be an evening star, in which case we are going to fall down here. Let me quickly look up evening star. So the evening star formation has got 3 candles, 2 going up, 1 coming down. So it's not an evening star. We are lucky it's not an evening star. But I think we still have strong support here on the 9-day and the 100-day exponential moving average. So that's good for us. And also the drop is not significant. IWM is actually positive, 0.76%. And it still has got good support from the 9-day exponential moving average. It has gone above where it was yesterday. So it's looking good. Dow Jones is also up 0.18%. And it's still within this bullish pennant. So there is one more possibility for it to break above this pennant and go up. As the technicals would indicate, MACD is also bullish, and momentum is also pointing upwards. IWM, I didn't see the MACD, it's bullish, and we are coming close to overbought, so it could move sideways tomorrow. With that said, let us look at the VIX. The VIX right now is fallen below our line of support at 21.20. It has fallen below for the first time in a long while. The last time it was down here was at 21st of April 2022. So this is good. Our next target is at 19.75, and right now we are at 20.99, and I think I'm very close. I've already started doing a bit of swing trades. As I mentioned yesterday, I sold and bought Microsoft back again, so that's a good positive for me. And I think things are looking better. If you look at PCC, we are already into the bullish angle out here. We are below 1, so we are bullish out there. And MACD and momentum also seem to indicate that direction. If you look at XLY, XLP, it's a bit risk off right now. So we may see a lot of negatives in the genomics. US dollar index has gone up because of the strong employment numbers, with the anticipation that Fed is going to increase the interest rate going forward. So with that said, let us go and have a look at our technology sector stocks which move the indices. Let us look at Amazon first. Amazon was down 1.24%, but still in a strong bullish channel and still about 200-day exponential moving average. So that makes me feel very optimistic that tomorrow there could be a bounce back from the 200-day exponential moving average. Post market, we are up by 0.05%. That's also another positive for me. If you look at Apple, Apple is down minus 0.28%, very, very marginal drop. Microsoft is also down 0.26%. That's also a very, very marginal drop. Google is down minus 0.55%. And the MACD is bullish, and momentum is slightly weak for Google. But let's go and have a look at crypto sector. Bitcoin is still doing well. It's on a bullish track. That's good. Coinbase has put on another 4.67%. That's also good. Now let's go on to commodities. Wheat has gone up a little bit, even though the first set of ships with wheat have already left for Turkey. I was expecting wheat prices to fall, but it has not done so. Maybe tomorrow we might see a fall out there. Copper is again gaining strength as the economy seems to be strong with the strong employment number. This goes hand in hand with that. With that said, let's go and have a look at genomics. I'm just going to sort. And here's my winner, Bluebird, and I'm really happy. For the first time, a share that I have in genomics sector is doing really well for the day, and I'll take that. And post-market also, it's gone up 0.54%, and today it has gone up 22%. Came up with excellent results, and I'm going to talk about the results in a separate video, so I won't take much of your time out here. Invitae is up 9.52%. And it's inching upwards. Post-market, it's down minus 1.30%. Overall, the indicators are very weak for Invitae, but we'll still take the 9% gain that we had. And there is no news out there. SQZ is up 4.63%, another positive for me. I was looking at trading within this range. So anytime now, I will plan to sell off SQZ somewhere closer to 3.5. I'm not going to wait all the way for 4. I think it keeps on dropping somewhere around 3.78. So as soon as it approaches 3.5, I'll be unloading SQZ Biotech. It's looking very strong on the charts. And if we look at Allogene, it's up 5.03%. and post-market it's flat. Everything is looking good for Allogene. Still more way to go before it becomes overbought. And we have earnings coming up on the 9th. PSEB is up 4.30%. I don't know if Jesse is around. Let us see. Let me see the chat window. Yes, thanks. Not selling your shares of AMC. I don't have any AMC, my friend. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the rest. PSEB, I think Jesse is not here. He's still out fishing in Michigan. So when he comes back, he's going to look at this number and he's going to be really happy. The PSEB is looking very strong on the charts. It has broken above the line of resistance that we had. It's breaking out of the band. That's again another positive for PSEB. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 3.16%. It has gone to the top. It's above the pennant still. And it's broken through this line of resistance out here, which has now become support. And this support is at 79.51. And we have got a strong momentum, and our MACD is also improving. It's moving towards the signal line to become bullish. Post-market, we are still flat. Verve is up 2.18%, and it's still above the line of support out here after dipping below it in the morning. Momentum is good, and that's why I'm still optimistic for Verve to continue picking up. It's still on the bull channel, not worried. ARCG is up 2.07%. It is still managing to stay on the bull channel. As you can see here, it dipped down below, got pushed by the strong support of the 100-day exponential moving average, as well as the diagonal line of support from the bull channel. It's all looking good. MACD is also looking good. Momentum is also picking up. So really happy about it. And now if I look at DNA, DNA is up 1.99%. It's still continuing to do well, and momentum is above average. So I'm really happy about that. MACD is also bullish, but we need to pick up and move above this line of resistance of 3.20 for any changes to be meaningful. Unless that happens, I'll consider this is still consolidating. Editas is up 1.41%, still on a bull channel. It's getting overbought, so it's going to cool down a little bit. And it's going to test this support of 18.20 going forward, and we'll have to watch that and see what happens out there. IDN is up 1.01%. MACD is good. Momentum is also above average and pushing up, and it's still above this diagonal line of support here, which is a bull channel out here coming in from the bullish pennant. So I'm very happy about it. Also, it's got the support of the 9-day exponential moving average. All looking good. Dream is up 0.87%, still on a diagonal line of support out here, still on the bull channel. Momentum is still looking good. MACD has got to turn around to the signal side. It's already doing that, and it will cross over probably next week. Post-market, there is no trades out there. Novartis is up 0.4%. We don't have to worry much about Novartis. It's a big boy. Teladoc is up 0.05% after falling, so it's still respecting this minor line of support out here. And Caribou Biosciences is down minus 0.12%. Caribou should be doing well. I don't see any reason why it should be down. It could be the pre-earnings jitters. The earnings are coming on 1st of September, and it's a long way away, so it's not the earnings jitter. I don't know what's happening with Caribou Biosciences. I would have expected it to stay on the diagonal line of support, but it has fallen through. It's still got support from the horizontal line of support, the green line, which is at 8.25, and also from the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 8.20. So those two are giving it some support. With that said, I want to go and have a look at the chat window and see what is happening out here. Oh, Discover Together. Joe is still working. Joe, you wanted to know about Tesla, so let me go and have a quick look at Tesla and see what we have got going on out there. Tesla has dropped a little bit. It is still in the bear channel overall, but it's on a very steep uptrend within the bear channel, and the uptrend is tracking like this. This is the diagonal green line which is tracking the uptrend, and right now we are way away from the uptrend. We are on a very unsustainable uptrend. Therefore, we had to give some. We were overbought, and that's the reason why this has happened. Tesla will definitely pick up on Monday. There's a bit of a risk of sentiment out here, especially because of the payroll data that we got, which is very strong. And the market is also at a precipice when it comes to QQQ. So some of the investors out here in Tesla are thinking that the price will fall, they can pick it up again. Overall bullish on Tesla. This is just a momentary glitch. Good chance to pick up Tesla at a lower price, and it's going to continue going up in the trajectory as long as it doesn't drop below this diagonal line of support, this bullish channel. I'm not much worried about it. And besides, we are in a larger bear context. Unless we break above this diagonal red line, I wouldn't say that we are out of the bear channel. So a bit of consolidation is healthy for Tesla, and that's what I would like to say out there. And there are two factors which are working very well for Tesla going forward for it to boost. One is the 3-to-1 split. Always whenever split happens, the company gets higher volume of trading, more options trading, and everything takes place. And as a result, there is a lot of momentum in those shares, and they tend to pick up value. The second thing going in favor of Tesla is that Elon Musk has hinted at buybacks. When buybacks happen, share prices go up because the overall float is reduced. That is the second point going in favor of Tesla. One point that's not going in favor of Tesla is a delay in Cybertruck. But Elon Musk has a personality that can manage all these things, and the cult following for Tesla will make sure that there is no bearishness. So those are the things that I would like to say about Tesla. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat window. Thanks, Joe. So that's about all I got for today, guys. Unless you have any other ticker that you want me to talk about, I would like to wind down this session. And I'm working on a special for CRISPR Therapeutics for Q2. And I'm also working on something on CAR-T therapy, base and prime editing, just to explain to all the investors what they should understand when we talk about CAR-T therapy, pros, cons, therapy is already in the market, and so on. I'm going to do the same thing for base editing and prime editing. Those are two things that's going to be a two-part video. So I'm working on those. No major plans for the weekend. I want to have a whole bunch of videos ready, up and going, because I'm very much behind. No Mets game for me, nothing for me, my friend. I have committed to do a whole lot of videos, and it's going to keep me busy this week. And next week I have some relatives from US coming over for the weekend, so I've got to have all the programming canned and ready to go for the next weekend also. So I'm going to be, but I'm happy that you guys are going to have the time to go ahead and enjoy. I hope you have a great weekend, guys. So you guys take care. Thanks for joining and giving me company. And I'll see you again later. Bye for now. Bye, guys. I'm just going to close down the stream. And before I go, let me say thank you. That's gone into the message bar for everyone who's been there. Bye, guys.